reminded them, share.
Yeah.
Share the stream.
Right, okay.
Hit the share button.
Hit the share.
Sunny and share.
I know, that's what we'll do right here. Now, really live, where do I go now to videos? Live. Right, sweetheart, thank you. I've got it. Skeletor, Skeletor. Flying through.
Share the stream and just interject every now and then if you hear it, it's the same as, you know, if you've got any problems hearing the same as that's it.
Right, there's no straight away. Yeah. That's perfect. I better get free.
Are we ready?
I'm ready.
I'm not.
You ready?
2030, I'm ready.
Come on,
Oh,
now.
no,
You
no,
ready?
no, no.
I'm ready. He's
I'm
ready.
ready.
Let's go.
We're going live. I'm taking you off mute now.
Are we live? GB, we're live.
Hey, good evening, everybody, boys and girls, wherever you may be in the world. A very warm welcome to the 1775 Whisky Passport. Collectively, we're doing what?
Making the Whisky World a smaller place.
That's what I like to hear.
Absolutely.
And on my left-hand side here, we've got my good compadre, Neil the Tatty Peel Forbes.
Good.
Yes,
Good.
yes, I got it good there with him and his bald head. Seemingly took up volleyball, but they started to try and hit his head more than they hit the ball, so he had to retire.
Beach volleyball was
Beach,
great.
and he was wearing the bikini as
Wee
well.
bikini,
I don't want to even think about that. Anyway, that's fine. And then, of course, in the behind the scenes, we have Tony Boney, T-Bone. Yay, Tony! Thank you for
Unshaved in the day as well.
Aye, oh,
Bloody
aye.
awful. Absolutely awful.
The rugged look. And of course, Jay-Z's away on his world crusade, so of course he's still in the fold, but he's away bits and bobs. So thank you, Tony, as always, for popping in and assisting us.
Absolutely.
So, Tatty Peel, how's your week been?
Murder.
Uh-huh.
Absolute murder.
All right.
Terrible week this week.
Yep,
Had to get the Greeno out yesterday because I've not had hot water for a wee while because my immersion element burst and
Oh, I can smell
everything
it.
was all snapped and well,
Yeah,
my shower
yeah.
was working because it's an electric shower.
All right, yeah.
So I've still no hot water. I had no running water for 24 hours. I had to pee in the garden
Oh, now you've got big...
at 2 o'clock in the morning.
what have you got? A big? I was going to say big cactus, but that might come out
I
the wrong way.
stood in a hedgehog as well. Jesus. Murder. Terrible week.
Poor
No, it's
hedgehog.
been alright. It's been
Poor
alright.
hedgehog. That's
It's
it.
been no bad. Things are starting to move. I was supposed to have a tour today actually.
Uh-huh.
From Inverness up to Durness and for a day, but that was cancelled last minute. But I've got one next Friday from Edinburgh up round Loch Ness doing some Nessie hunting.
Right.
So it's a nice 12-hour day for me next week, but it's the first in 18 months, so looking forward to it.
That'll be good just to get the wheels turning again. But remember, if you're up to Loch Ness, you know what you need to use to get Nessie? It's called a thistle whistle.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Aye, the thistle whistle. That pulls Nessie, the water kelpie, out the water.
How's it go?
You go. It's a special whistle, and Nessie will come to you. But it'll take one look and do a turnaround and away. Anyway, let's see who we've got here. The new
Who have we got today?
Brian Johnston. Good evening, compadre.
Oh.
We've got Stephen Johnston there. Jamie Thorne. He's saying it's time for green apples.
Who's it? I've lost it.
Yeah, we know you've lost it. What
Aye.
about the hang? And then,
And I'll tell you what. There's a surprise in all 3 whiskies today, I think.
oh, a beauty. A home run. And then we've got our Swedish compadre there.
Goran,
Goran, good to see you.
ABBA fan.
Uh-huh. What was that one?
The whales have a fan.
The
ABBA
whales.
fan, aye. Whales.
Wales.
The big things that swim in the water.
Swim in the sea. They'll
Yeah,
look
the ABBA
like
fan.
you. ABBA fan.
In Wales.
Uh-huh.
Not an ABBA fan from Sweden.
Sweden. Sweden. Anyway, we've got Susan
I
Innes.
see it's going to be a long night tonight.
And Susan Innes, I went
Susan
past.
sober?
I drove past her the other day there in the street. She was down at, she was walking through Dalkeith, and all I could hear, I had the window down, but I could hear the clanging in the bottles. Clang, clang, clang.
Empty and
Well, aye,
got
wait,
got
aye.
the bottle bank.
Aye. I think she thinks they're globe bottles where you get 10 pence back on them. But anyway, so there's Susan, and Martin will be there doing as he's told. Anyway, Then, of course, Susan Allen. How are we doing, sweetheart? Why, aye? Canny bag of chura?
Aye.
Aye. And then, we're privileged tonight. We've got our compadre up in the north who supplies us our what?
Michael.
Yes.
Michael, you've not come back to me for London, by the way.
Yeah,
Or Sarah has. They tell her. Tell it to her.
We're trying to get, just to diverse about London, I've got about 12 train tickets getting pulled together as a group discount. I need to know if you are coming or not, because if not, we'll get less tickets. Or if you don't let me know, we'll know. But I've got some of the usual suspects.
Michael and Sarah's definitely come and emailed me just to confirm
right,
the dates.
confirm.
Yeah.
So anyway, Mike, and that's it. Oh, we've got somebody in from New Delhi.
New Delhi.
With my dyslexia, I can't...
Sudipto.
Sid, well done. That's it.
I was supposed to have a Zoom call with Sid this morning, but I had to go to Glasgow to get the part for my immersion boiler. And I didn't get back and even to message him the day to say I couldn't do it. But I'll catch you early next week, Sid.
There you go. Well,
good to see you.
See?
You like a wee whiskey there with the game.
I know with that.
Aye,
Doesn't make you a bad person. And then, of course, we've got greetings from Portland, which is not Seattle. That's for Gregor dialing in there. Good to see you, bud. Hopefully you've not drank all the supply out there in the whiskies, you know. And then we've got Bob Bell. Bob was dialing in. We had
Bob Bell?
I was in his company the other day there.
Is that the secret smeller boy?
Secret smeller.
Does,
Sommelier. Oh, is that right?
Bobby does.
Bob.
Maybe with the B&I.
Aye, with a couple.
Aye.
He joined
well,
us.
I'm getting another Bob Bell, you see.
Oh, that rings a bell.
That rings a bell.
And then
I used to work with him.
Cling, cling. Well, Bob was at the License Trade Barbecue we had the other day there, and it was a great
must be a
success.
freebie if Bob was there.
Well, him and Andy Gahuli were filling their boots.
Definitely a freebie.
They had some of Susan's Globe bottles getting filled up with a free drink, I think.
Quite right.
And then here's Ashley Thorne all the way from out in Livingston. Neil McIver, evening lads.
I hope you got your whiskey. Nearly dropped it off this morning.
Oh, you've upset Susan Innes. She's going to slap you.
What have I done?
You know what she says she's going to slap you. Anyway, you're in trouble now. James
I've not done
McDonald,
anything.
missing again in Glasgow, forgot to bring my medicine. Aye, dykes. Anyway, I think we've said hello to everybody. So,
Have we?
except for the kitchen sink.
We said hello to me yet?
Oh, bloody do. You never say hello to me.
I spoke to you at the back door. Give you a hug.
Oh.
A wee kiss on the cheek.
I know
when
his
came
feet noise when he comes in. He's got this wee sort of wee slip, and I know it's him. I can tell. It's because he's got no money in his pocket. So if he had money in his pocket, he'd be a louder slip.
Skint. Living on the state pension now. Just well, no, state pension.
Steak and pensions.
Living off the state.
Anyway, so and why don't you give us a wee briefing on what we're going to be getting indulging in this evening?
Absolutely. First one today, GB, is we're going back to Jura. Isle of Jura, and remember we had the seven wood. Seven wood it was called, and that was all French wine casks and everything. So we're just going for the French oak this time. So it's a real nice. It's a starter, as you know. Jura's a wee bit smoky, but it's very lightly smoked, I think. Just looking at some of the description.
What's the ppm? Do you think?
It will be about 15, 20. It won't be much. This is a real interesting one.
I'm looking forward to that.
Darkness, and they're an independent bottler. I don't know where they're based. I think
it's what do you call them? Master of Malt.
Oh, it's
I think it's one of their side. You've got about 3 independent bottlers.
And they do only about 7 or 8, but they specialise in the sherry mature. So this is Okroisk.
That's £100. That bottle's £100.
£117 a bottle.
I checked
plus VAT. Plus VAT. So that's the big one today. Really looking forward to this one. And last, our old friend Cowleela, just across the sound for Jura there. As I say, Cowleela is probably the most versatile distillery I think in Scotland, because so many independent bottlers, and that's what we went again, because we're trying to make things different, give it going. The Murray McDavid benchmark, again, independent bottlers doing a Cowleela 8-year-old. So I'm looking forward to that. And again, you'll pay, that was about £60, I think. We actually pushed the boat out this time. But normally, the independent bottlers are £70, £80, and Cowleela 8-year-old itself, I think they do their own 8-year-old. I think it's about £120 a bottle. So some real interesting ones, different, something completely different. Some old friends, you know, we've tasted the Okroisk, the Flora and Fauna from Diageo,
which is tasty.
which is an interesting distillery. So we've got three old favourites, but completely different to what we've tasted before. So quite unusual, quite different. Looking forward to it. And I'm going to have to open one of Michael's Macar bottles a day.
Graham Nichols dialed in from Bonnyrigg, which is great. Julie,
Graham.
stand to attention.
Oh.
First lady. That's it, right? First lady's on. Right, we're all right now.
Talk about that. Talk about the First Lady. Are you going to the Rotary Conference in October?
When is it in October?
October.
Oh, it's at People's Hydro, isn't it?
No, it's at
was that last year?
Westerwood, at Cumbernauld.
Oh. Do you know what? I was sleeping. I do know about it. But
Right.
If you're going,
I'm thinking about it.
I'll not be there.
Okay.
Maybe we could do a whiskey tasting for them.
No, I'm not working. I'm drinking whiskey. I'm not working.
All right, okay. It's miserable.
We could do. Okay. If you pay me.
That's it. And Alan's in the audience. Skeletor's in the audience. Can you get Skeletor up for me, Tony Boney?
No,
There
no
he
working.
is. Can you see him, folks?
I had to set the table up myself tonight. I'm not
Can't
happy.
believe it. Like,
He's got the suit on, being in front of the sheriff.
He's been in front of court today, so he's here.
Get out.
Alan, can you go and get me another box of glasses, please, once you get a wee second? There he is. Wait, aye, man. He likes a right canny bag of chura. Anyway, so is it the end of the... Aye, it must be
No, it's the
towards
beginning of the month. 4th or 5th, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Or
I know that's when we're in
Oh.
1, 2... Aye, I don't
no,
think...
That's, it's not that then.
Aye, it'll be after
Right,
it.
okay.
So, that'll be a good week.
I'll need to double check it. I've no booked it yet, but I'm thinking about going.
You're thinking. I'm just a thinking. Right, Tatty Peel.
What?
Let's get
We're ready to roll.
Let's get
You
going.
finished?
Let's get
Great.
ready to rumble.
Okay, so number one today, as I say, it's Jura. Jura, the island just off Isla. We'll tell about Kalila and the definition of it. It's a right old distillery. It goes back to the early 1800s.
Yep.
And it's owned by White and Mackay.
Correct.
I forgot to get a wee pipette thing with this, so I need to be very...
Alan, have you been sleeping? Go and get one of the wee pipette things for me.
Come on, Alan.
And then when you're
See,
doing it,
he's not
we'll
here.
pass this over to my compadre over there, since we've got people in the audience tonight.
Have we?
Well, we have. They'll say hello to us in a wee bit.
Right,
But anyway,
I'm just
come on.
gonna no, I'm not going to do up the water just now. So the Jura, it's the French oak. Again, I think it's virgin oak, to be honest with you, but it's European oak, so it's a darker colour, lovely legs on it. Look at the legs here. Did you get that, Alan? Perfect, thanks very much.
Yeah.
Just put it down, and didn't disturb me. Put it down. Because I got distracted with the bottle already. I was going to pour the bottle in. Right, what are we here for? Aye. Right. Have a look at the legs here. The colour, obviously, it's European oak. It's probably virgin oak. It's not been used in the wine castle, I think, before. But the colour's a bit paler. Looks nice. Legs are lovely.
Oh, nice legs.
Nice, thick, nice balanced legs coming down there. You could almost call that an Olympic runner's legs.
Which you'll never,
I'll never
say.
do that, no. I'm a runner.
After a big curry.
But legs are lovely. Colour's absolutely wonderful. We'll have a quick nose of it. And again, this is the second time in the trot we've actually had a wee hint of smoke in the very first whisky. So we'll get a flavour map
pick
out.
that up.
You
Bam,
pick that,
bam,
just a
bam.
lovely wee smoke. Nice nose there.
Shazam!
So we've got the wee touch of smoke here. What camera is he using that one?
You're going camera.
Right, so a wee touch of smoke, not a lot, just a wee whiff of smoke. I would
A wee
put in
whiff.
there. A wee dark, maybe just sitting about this line here. Just 50% into the quarter of the Tatty Peel smoky, the very rich smoky side.
Very rich.
Lovely colour, really wonderful nose in it though. You get the vanilla from the nose here, Graham, which is quite unusual because of the colour. But again, that I think that reaffirms to me it's a virgin oak. And the term virgin oak is it's not been used in the wine industry. It's just a European oak, first time fill. First fill we sometimes refer to first fill, virgin, whatever you would call it from there.
Because there's not a lot of colouring from the wine or the
there's
sherry.
no colour in coming from it. But a nice fruity citrus coming from there, a wee bit orange, citrus, no lemon, no lime, and I'll tell you there's a lovely aroma of apples there.
What type of apples? Green apples! Have you sleeping? Shall we do it again? On the count of three, Tony.
No, I'm not doing it again. No, I'm not doing it again. No, I refuse to do it again. No, I'm on strike.
We'll go for it.
We'll give it a try.
1, 2, 3. Green!
No, I'm already.
Oh, see, the audience are shouting, yay! Green apples, green apples. There you go.
That's it, we'll get there.
That's it.
So anyway, there was green apples in it.
Yay!
Come on, Tony, keep the pace. And it was really quite prominent coming through there. Dried fruit, sultanas, raisins. A wee bit Christmas cake. It's a bit light.
Yeah, it's got
when
that,
you get the dried raisins, the fruit, you get that sort of Christmas cake. And I think there's a wee bit tropical fruit in that. Peaches, mango, a real nice sweetness, fresh sweetness.
It's quite very fresh.
It's really
What's
good.
everybody saying about that? I didn't see too many people chucking out there.
We're going to have a wee taste it anyway.
Let's
See
have a
what we
wee-
think.
let's have a wee sip on.
Everything, looking on it, the nose on it, the legs of it, everything so far is fantastic.
Aye,
So,
absolutely.
Slange.
Slange.
You can put that down now, Graham.
Oh! Oh, that's lovely, jubbly. Are you liking that, folks? What do you think in the audience? Yeah, the kids are loving it. Kids are liking it.
First thing you get there is the green apples, Graham.
Green apples.
It's like the Granny Smith. The French apples really dry. You've got that
Yeah,
sort of
it's still soaking in.
fresh, dry. The vanilla coming in. Actually quite fudge, sort of caramelly, fudgy. More fudgy with the dry. And there's a real
Is that a,
aniseed sort of
I'm just trying to...
on the back of my tongue. It's more on the finish. Getting the dried fruit, the sultanas, raisins. But it's like aniseed. I think there's a nice wee spicy difference.
Tingling, spicy.
Yeah.
On the...
Oh, no, I'll tell you what, we'll class it as, because it's French, it'll be a wee bit aniseed pastis.
Well, it's funny, that's why I took another sip there. Jean-Luc would know what's going on.
Jean-Luc will know. Yeah, you could actually put that into the pastis because it's French. That's a nice wee description.
Yeah.
I like
Claire
that.
Allen's dialed in. She's there.
Hello,
She's
Claire,
doing
how
the
are you
green
getting on?
apples. Hope she's doing. And we've got a few folks saying they're going to be at the Rotary Conference. Susan Allen's already on about the vanilla fruit caramel.
Who's got the Rotary Conference? Brian Johnson.
Brian Johnston and
Oh,
the
you can
First
back up.
Lady.
I'm definitely going
Aye,
there.
we'll get-
Brian's
we'll
in the first bell.
FD.
Absolutely.
Thank you. That'll do me.
Yeah. What do you look at it? Well, it's nice and oily, nice and rich, this one. You can see the oil
That's it.
separating. Just opening the flavours. I like to give it a wee sugar roundabout there just to...
Just want some water over there to dip it in. Oh, jeez. We'll give you a bit more the next time so the boys can share them.
Obviously for Trinent or something
Oh,
like that.
aye,
You know, just the way have
aye.
patience or anything like that.
Oh, Christ, I know.
Yeah,
Down
that
at
or
one.
Walliford. Trinent or Walliford. I can't
One of those upper class places.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, Tony's for Walliford. I forgot that. Aye, he's a
Christ,
big
aye.
brother. Back to the nose.
Raisin fudge. Jamie Thorne thinks it's quite unusual, but he likes it. Oh, Stephen McManus is dialed in there from sunny Pennycook. They're all in from the night.
It's very unusual actually. The real strong vanilla bit with the fudge, which you normally get the fudge behind the caramel, the toffee. We've got the
What
behind
was the
vanilla.
song? What was the song?
What?
A finger of fudge is just enough to give the kids a treat. A finger of fudge is... Oh well. Go back to sleep, Neil.
Oh,
Trying to
long
keep
before my time.
Aye.
I'm a 90s child.
You're not 90 bloody old, are you?
I feel it at times, I'll tell you. Anyway, where was I? What? You're just
You're
telling me
in
again.
White Craig.
White Craig. Right. Aye, vanilla. I mean, the apples are really, really softening you. We couldn't describe them as
Green apples.
It's just a nice sweet apple now. That dryness is actually gone from it. Just with a couple of drops of water. Orange is really...
Do you know, I'm actually preferring that without water in it.
I've not tasted it yet.
Aye. I don't know if it was just a little bit and too much water, if you know what I mean.
Well, you only
But-
2 drops, so
Aye,
yeah.
but
I've not tasted it yet, but the aniseed's gone. I can't get that.
Aye, that's what I was looking for earlier on. I forgot about that.
Sorry, pastis we should refer to it as.
Pastis.
But you still got a bit of spices there. Got nutmeg,
Yep.
dried fruit, yeah.
Mhm.
Raisins are there. the raisins.
Lime zest.
Nah, can't get that. I
Are
can't.
you sure now?
On the citrus side, I can get the orange. It's almost like the touch of water takes it more to the marmalade side for me, whereas
Right.
without water it was quite citrusy. But I think it's a bit softer now. I'll have another wee taste it anyway. Slange.
I prefer that with water. But it's not bad.
You prefer it
Without water.
without? I prefer it with water.
Ah,
I
there
think
you go.
it really softens it. Whereas that aniseed, the dryness, I was talking about the dryness earlier on, the Granny Smith apples,
Yeah.
the sour apples. I find it's a lot sweeter, it's a lot nicer, just with a couple of drops of water. I don't think it's quite as good as the 7-wood one.
Yeah,
when you had the 7 different
aye.
wine casks. But there's just something nice about it. It's a nice, soft, relaxing, right amount of smoke. Perfect.
Oh
amount
yeah,
of smoke.
I think the balance of that's
yeah,
not too in
it's,
your face or that. Big Dave would probably like that as well. I've not heard from him with Chris. I don't know. Oh, here's Dare from Philadelphia is in.
All right.
Mucka, how we getting on, bud? Hopefully he's been painting his toenails today, probably.
I just have looked at it. It doesn't say. It just says French oak cask. But I would think because it's not describing it as wines or brandy or like that, it'll be virgin.
So maybe that's the reason behind it.
And that might be the dryness of it as well. But that certainly gets the seal of approval. Not that much.
No, I didn't think I would. Well, that's more your taste. That would give.
Yeah, no, I like it. I do like it. Jura's, I think it's quite an understated whiskey. Because it's so close to Islay, and Islay gets the recognition and such things.
Beautiful place. Beautiful.
I've never been on Jura.
Right next to the distillery, I turned up and there was a sign, and it was basically a beach with these palm trees, and the sign was, this is where the rugby pitch was, because they have a Jura Sevens every year there. You'd probably like to crash that, as he normally does. But they get on the beach, play the rugby. It looks brilliant. Such a nice spot. And I've got to say, if I ever went back to over to the islands, I'd go and probably stay a night in Jura if I could as well.
Right.
Just to say I've got the T-shirt rather than coming back.
Aye.
You know?
I don't think there's that much accommodation there, though, is
There's
there?
one hotel, it's opposite and the last time I was there, I was with Davy Pringle, and it was when the female football World Cup was on, and Scotland was playing a game, and we actually sat in that wee hotel and watched the Scotland women play, cheering them on. So there you go, memories. Anyway, right. Who else is saying stuff? No, I'm just starting. Jamie Thorns, lovely that with a drop of water. Great start.
Agree, Jamie,
Thank you. There you go. Nice start. She's liking it to the evening. That's it. She's saying, you look very smart, Graham, with your SLTA tie on.
Who's that?
Susan Allen. Yeah. Anyway.
Very smart, Graham. Very smart. Tony can see the comments as well, by the way. I know. He just talks the biggest load of keek ever. I'll tell you.
You didn't talk keek, Tatty Peel. Only a wee bit. Right, what are we going for? Number dos?
I'm going for a wee drink of water.
Right, here, I'll take a bit of this.
Right, number 2, where are we?
Hello, Darkness, my old friend.
There was a band called The Darkness
Correct.
as well, weren't they?
And they sang that song.
They had the big Christmas hit.
Aye.
Oh,
right.
He had the big long coat and the long hair and everything like that. Maybe about.
What colour was it? Was it quite a light colour?
No, black. The Darkness, it was called. They had the big Chris. Go on now, somebody. Where's Tony? Thank you. I can't remember what it's called. But anyway, independent bottlers, they specialise in sherry, and I think they only do about 5 or 6 different distilleries. They don't really do a lot of distilleries from here. And this one's Ochroisk, and it's been finished in a muscatel.
Oh,
so we're really going very posh this evening.
That's it.
A muscatel wine. So again,
It
lovely.
looks a great colour as well, doesn't it?
Really
I'm looking forward to this one.
It is the part of the colour. I really like the look of this one. I'm just going to have a quick nose at the bottle. There's not enough in there for you. Sorry. I've done it for the bottle this time, but there's one of them. I'll take that home with me tonight.
Right, well here, I'll give our compadres in the audience an opportunity to participate. Because remember folks, any of the Friday nights you wish to join us in the audience, you can come along 7 o'clock, get some food, meal, and then enjoy the fun, the amusement, the banter.
Amusement. And I forgot to mention, it's 53.3% alcohol by volume, so just be very, very careful of it. Ochroisk is a Speyside whisky. It's owned by Diageo. It's
and I was going to say, don't finish it until you get some water in it, so you can give us feedback.
It's take your time this time. Settle
down.
Aye.
Nobody's going to steal it from you.
What the hell? Where is it? It's actually quite a modern one. It's a bit older than me. It started in 1974.
All right.
Oh, so I'm about a 77, 78 child now. The Queen's Jubilee.
What year was that?
That was my Queen Victoria's Jubilee. It feels like that at times. I'm not quite sure. But it's in a wee town. There's a great triangle because you've got. I'm trying to do it in the way for the camera. If you look at the Scotland map of Scotland, you've got Keith, Rothes, where Glenrothes whiskies from, Duffton and Mulbin, a wee village called
Ah.
Mulbin.
That was
And,
it.
I
You
mean-
looked a bit like Jane Fonda there.
Did I?
They're not taking you back to the days.
I'm just like to see the back of my head. See, there is some hair
He
there.
has cut a wee bit there, aye. He's still got some left.
Leave me alone. I'm a sensitive individual.
I know. We can,
So, Auchroysk, as I say, it is a flora and fauna, the standard one.
Yeah, yeah.
Again, it was one of them which was really, it was built purely for,
For blending
blending.
into the.
but when they first opened it, they actually operated that distillery under the Singleton brand.
All right.
Not a lot of people know that.
Not a lot of people know that. Is that the useless fact of the day?
That's a useless fact. Oh, I've got another one for you.
Go for
I
it.
told you about the biggest selling single malt whisky worldwide now.
I was going to say Singleton.
No,
Or apart from, single malt.
it's
not-
actually Glenfiddich. Glenfiddich was there for decades, then lost its mantle about 20 years ago,
Yep.
and it has just come back in as
That's a good.
35% of all single malt
Aye.
whisky.
It's Singleton's becoming one of the fastest growing. I
Yeah,
think there's
yeah.
there's something I
Well,
remember.
the Singleton of Glenord, I think it is, goes
Aye.
to Asia. So there's one of them,
There's-
they're massive in Asian market, so
aye,
pushing
aye.
it out there. Anyway, back to this. It's a Speyside, obviously, if it's
Yes.
from just outside Duffton. From there, I just had
Oh, that's
I
great.
like that. Just look at the colour of that. Oh, the Muscatel. Where's Muscatel wine from? Is that? It's
France. Well,
it's a French. It's a French wine.
yeah,
Muscatel.
yeah.
But it's a white wine, isn't it? I'm sure
I was just
Muscatel
saying-
is a white wine.
But
the-
remember, you could get. I was going to say you can still get. It's the grapes that make the colour. It's the
Aye.
red grapes that.
But the colour here, the European oak, the darkness of the oak, is the same with this one. I reckon it's a
Smells great.
virgin. It's slightly darker than the Jura, but I mean the colour of it's fabulous. Quick look at the legs.
Nice legs.
Legs are really slow coming down there.
You
They're
have to
just
catch them.
right oily,
Oh, aye.
right oily.
Did you get the
So
legs,
that's got to
folks?
sit.
Aye.
Quick nose. I will tell you, I got a wee hint
Aye.
of smoke in that as well. Just that, I mean,
Pleasant. I
Very.
do.
so it's coming over. I would just, I mean, literally just put it above, little above the line. But no, it's further across because the rich side.
The tatty peel
Not
side.
across. Stand still, man.
Right, where are you put? Make up your mind. And whilst you're on, folks, can you remember and share? Is it share, Tony? Sonny and share the link, please. Let's get a few more peeps on.
Just above the halfway line. Just a wee touch of smoke there. Just on, well over onto the tatty peel, the rich side. On the nose is absolutely wonderful.
Yep.
Toffee, honey.
Toffee crisp. Since we're talking about
we're
fudge.
we're not getting paid for Nestle to advertise them, so you can't do that.
Right.
You get the dried fruit in as well, and quite unusual with the honey and the toffee. Some real lovely caramel chocolate
Oh,
coming
that's
through
lovely.
there. And there's a wee bit off, actually.
Green apples.
You're getting that orchard fruits, red
That's
apples,
really
green
pleasant,
apples.
aye.
I love the nose of this one.
That's-
Absolutely love the nose of this one.
That's great.
Not
that.
a lot going on with it, but
Yeah.
it's smooth. I don't know if it's aged or anything, Graham.
Was it 21? 21-year-old.
Oh, it's 21
But I
year old.
don't know how long it's maybe been in finished off. You know, when they'll have them in one cast, finish it off.
Aye,
or
well,
something.
they'll never tell you. It's
Aye.
it's a muscatel finish. So normally they're talking about less than 18 months in
Yeah.
the finish. You know, it's matured over 18
It's-
months.
Yes, and then
According to old Alistair Monroe some years ago, that's what changed since then. But we've got to have a wee taste of that. I'm
let's
really
have a
looking
wee
forward to
sip.
this one.
Let's see what everybody's
Slange.
saying in the audience if they've not finished it.
Wow. Wow, I like that. Honey, very spicy.
Yeah, I was going to say festive spices.
Nutmeg, cinnamon. What's festive spices?
Christmas ones that you put in your
I was just going to say,
mulled wine.
well, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I don't know what they're called, but I was just going to say, Christmas cake is very much off the dried fruit, the spices.
Would you say cinnamons? I would say
I said
cinnamon.
nutmeg, cinnamon. I
Cinnamon.
definitely
And
get that,
what's
yeah.
the other one? Star. You know, the one that's in the shape of a wee star. Is that what it is?
That's Chinese.
Oh Christ!
It can't be Scotch whisky if it's got Chinese fruits in it or spices.
I reckon.
But it's quite nutty,
that
it's quite-
Scottish people have got Chinese DNA in them because I've never anywhere I go in the world, Scottish folk are always want to go and get a Chinese takeaway. But I always say the same about folk from the northern parts of England. I think they love curry. You know,
Curry.
Go for a Ruby Murray. Why, aye, man? Is that right there, Alan? Why, aye? Right, canny bag of Tudor. That's it. Anyway, enough about the DNA
I
and
forgot
Chinese.
where I was. Where am I
Right,
again?
you're in White Creek.
White
Yeah,
Creek, right,
yeah.
okay. But I'm getting the nuts in it as well. Almonds, roasted almonds. You know, you walk past these stalls in London when they're roasting the nuts with the honey and all that sort of thing.
Poor guys, eh? Yeah.
Oh, I just realised what you're actually thinking about. But, oh yeah, very Christmas cake.
Yep.
But on the first taste of it, you're actually getting the strength. It's cash strength.
It's definitely jumping out at you straight away.
Neil McIver, you'll like this one. I'm 100% sure you'll enjoy this one.
Woo, woo.
That's got a wee kick to it.
Aye, that'll need a bit of H2O.
Lovely flavours.
So make sure you get some water in this, folks. Oh, look at the oil separating there. Might be able to do it in that camera there, Tatty Peel.
I don't know if you'll see it.
I know as blind as you. Oh, Christ. Didn't he scare the kids off? That's it. We're not past the watershed.
Can you see that?
Let's have a look, see if it came
I
up.
can't see you.
Oh, for God's sake. That's off-putting. Just as well I've no eating. Let me see if I have. So.
Can you see it?
Aye. Have you got water over there, folks? You got some? Just one drop.
One.
Oh, maybe Alan will track one down for you. Or, right, here.
Back on the nose.
There's a pipette in the cupboard anyway.
I certainly
Right.
think at 53.3,
Yep.
it's going to need that wee touch of water there, just
Definitely.
to take the edge off it. Without the water, 21-year-old, I would say it's pretty rough for that. It's not as smooth I would expect it for a 21-year-old, but I enjoyed it.
Yep.
Back to the nose. Oh, that's just pure caramel, pure
Yeah,
toffee.
yeah.
Toffee apples coming through there.
What type of green apples?
I thought it was toffee apples myself.
Did you get one?
The dry
So-
fruits,
Yeah.
like, the spices are no there.
Mhm.
I mean, just that touch of water just softens the spices. A lovely nose with a touch of water in it. Slange again. Oh,
I'm enjoying that with
I like that. I like that. You've got the almonds, you've got the nuts, you've got the spices on the palate.
Still kind of kicking
The
in,
Christmas cake, yeah. A lot going on there.
Yeah.
Nutmeg, the cinnamon really prominent. And I would almost like ginger as well at the back of that, just on the finish. The honey. That's honey.
Honey, da na 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 na. Ooh, sugar.
I like that. It's an expensive bottle. It's 120
Yeah.
quid a bottle, Graham.
Would you pay
But-
that money for it though? I don't know if I would.
Well, again, I've screwed up a bit because I've paid 120 quid for a 50 centilitre or
Yeah.
50 mils, 500 mils, whatever it is.
But-
But no, we're here to help
We're
the
here to
folks.
try them. We're
Try
here,
them
you
out.
know, whiskey's for drinking, and
I do like that. I like
Yeah.
the sherry. I like the maturity of it, the honey, the caramel, and the spices at the back. You know what it reminds me of? It's a bit more expensive. Is the Edredauer Caledonia?
yeah,
Remember that was a lot darker.
yes,
and it
that
had
was one of your
that
ones
same
you liked.
richness.
Aye,
I
aye.
like that. This is on that par, twice the price, obviously.
Yep.
But certainly gets the seal of approval.
Ow.
I do like it. A bit on the strong side. Neil McIver come on to say he's enjoyed it, because I'll be surprised if Neil.
Is that the seal of approval?
That's the seal of approval. That's still going on, actually.
It's still,
I
aye.
would describe it as a medium, but there's actually quite a long finish on that.
Yep, it's still going on. Neil McIver's saying that your bra
Aye, I thought you would like that. Neil.
Goran's like needing help over there. So much smoother with drop or two of water, Susan. Yep,
Yep.
Julie Ramsey.
But again,
she
that's
liked
that 53%.
Aye,
it
you're gonna
it
need
just
that.
needs that wee edge taken off it. I think that's a fantastic whiskey, Graham. I really like that one.
And what's Jamie Thorne there? Very nice with water, but he wouldn't pay the money for it. Cheryl, John and I want to say thank you for the hospitality. Oh, the last tasting, yeah. Remember the birthday boy?
Aye.
Aye,
I'll
thank
tell
you.
You know, just on the finish, sorry, I interrupt you. Crunchy. Honeycomb, you know, you get that sort of
I know what you're saying, aye.
honeycomb crunchy, and that's still going on in the back of my tongue.
Do you realise we've paused? Well, it's broadcasting, we paused, it was resume short.
It's his computer again.
Is it me or is it them? Oh, maybe we're not. Right, there
Run the
we go,
pause.
whatever it's saying. Oh,
Old men in technology.
that's it, maybe it's me hit the wrong button. Briggs is dialed in from the America. Good to see you, bud. Dr. Briggs. Anybody's got a problem? Oh, Brian Johnston's got the seal of approval. And it's the first time enjoying the darkness tonight. Okay, Nicky Johnston, Neil McIvan. There's quite a few comments there that I hadn't seen. Ashley's, she's liking it. This will be another exciting one to.
You know, they only do 1,242 bottles of this.
Ah, have you counted them yourself?
Oh, I've got past 10.
And
no, I kind of reached in there. So, number 3, last one is a Kalila, 8-year-old, which is, you know, you think by maturation, whiskey by nature is more expensive because it's a commodity lion. But this is the great thing, and this is why I think Jura doesn't get any favours being next door to Isla, because they're charging more for 8-year-old, 11-year-old Isla now. It's what they're for 16, 20-year-olds.
That's right.
I don't know if it's just taking it out and reducing the volume of bottles, I suspect. Some of it's really nice. We did know of a Kalila independent bottler a few weeks ago as well.
I think so, because it's we did. We had. I remember trying it and we enjoyed it. Whatever it was.
2013. This is 2011. 46%. Looks really nice. Just finish. What? First fill Coval 4 grain. So it says we're going to a cask of grain whiskey, which is quite unusual. As I say, Kalila is the definition, and I'm doing that again.
You've already popped it.
The definition is the sound of Isla.
That's
so Kalila actually overlooks the Jura.
The Paps.
Just at Port Ascaig there, just so you look over there.
Next to the hotel we were meant to be at.
So it's all good. Murray McDavid, I don't know much about them other than independent bottlers. Again, there's more and more independent bottlers popping up here, so it's got to give us a lot more options.
There certainly is,
and you know, there's a new one that I just heard about opening in George Street in Edinburgh.
What bottling?
Fable Whiskey.
Fable Whiskey.
Independent bottlers as well. So I don't know anything about them, but I'm supposed to be getting introduced to them in the next week or two.
Oh, right.
I don't know who the guys are, but they've really just started to get getting involved in them. So Kalila, I say, old distillery, mid 1800s, 1850, or thereabouts.
Yeah, beauty.
It's always very Finlay. Not much about them other than say Diageo.
I've been there.
I think looking at Kalila now, it's probably the most versatile of whiskies or distilleries, because it's used for so many things. It's Johnny Walker Black Label. It gives the Johnny Walker Black Label. It's in the double black. It's heavily in the double black. That's what they peat it with. So it's really in, other than the undisclosed distilleries. There are a lot of undisclosed distilleries that the Ian McLeod use and Smokehead, all that sort of thing. They do that. I think Kalila is probably the most disclosed independent bottlers using that. So it's really, really versatile. It does a huge amount, 6-7 million litres.
It's a big place.
Distillery.
It's one of the biggest, I think, from what I've seen on the island.
I never used to like it. I think, say, God, nearly 2 years ago, 18 months ago now, I was never an Islay whiskey drinker. But however, doing this and through
maturing,
years, maturing my palate, hitting 40 years of age, 2 weeks.
Times 2. Take away 10.
That's hurtful. I've got feelings.
Wait a minute. Add 5, minus 10, plus 3.
42.5, you're right. Right, where were we? You're disturbing me.
Where were you, Craig? I told you how many times.
You want to tell me. The Kalila, it's always nice and light and very, very bourbon cask, American oak. And it's obviously went into the single grain. I can't remember what I read out there. But there's not a lot to do that. They just it's quite smooth, the single grain whiskey. And you all know what single grain whiskey does. It's a filler for the blended whiskey. On an average, a bottle of blended whiskey will have 50% single grain. And the rest, 50% made up of about 40-50 different single malt whiskies. So, you know, it's a cheaper whiskey, but more using the casks here. And again, most bourbon casks, they do come back or get shipped in from America, and they're used for first fill, either single grain or blended whiskey before they actually go in. Again, just to get the colourings and the
balance
the
right
aromas.
for what they're looking for. Right.
Not everyone, but it's unusual for them to declare, which I find quite unusual. They actually declared it's a single grain whiskey.
Ashley Thorne saying, "Wowzer."
No tasty. Take your time,
Ashley.
Take your time. Settle down.
Worse than the audience here.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Somebody's eating a chocolate cake. I know.
Chocolate cake?
Just to note that
It's
that
a way
wasn't
past your
somebody
bed-
computer. Aye,
It's way
exactly.
past your bedtime, son, and leave the chocolate cake damn finished, alright?
Tatty peel once a bit.
Alright, I'll take that as a no.
Right, okay, that's a no, I think. We'll give you some whiskey for it. Oh,
Aye,
yes.
there's a trade.
That'll be a
no
good
doubt,
swap,
aye, aye. Right, the colour. We've spoken about the colour. Have a look at the legs here. GB,
Yep.
legs are...
Oh,
that's quite unusual. They're
is that-
starting the way coming now. They're rolling fast, but they took a wee while to break.
yeah.
Rolling really fast, really thin. So have a quick look at that on the map. On the nose, you get the pheno, you know, Carlisle, there's nothing else, but so it's nice, bourbon matured, so it's on the light side. You can tell that by the colour and just verifying it from there. Sorry, and it's fairly, I can hear that, fairly peaty. So we're going to come up, sort of, had it still there, just
right,
there.
Right.
So we've actually jumped about quite a bit. We were here, there, and there.
And plus Jane Fonda.
Aye, we've done Jane Fonda. Lemon, you get the real citrus lemon zesty, and you get that from all, or just about all Kalilas now. Vanilla.
Ice, baby.
You get the real tobacco, you know, a nice cigar. A tobacco leaf rolled on Cynthia's thighs.
I know, right, okay.
Yeah.
Aye. Remember, we sell Cuban cigars here at the Mercury Grill, as well as haggis cigars.
And for a hat trick, we've got some
Green apples.
Yeah, really
I'll put it
coming
up.
through there. And right at the back, Graham, right at the back, I'm getting the freshness, the sugar of honey. I'm getting some honey. It's very salty. You get the
Yeah,
sea
you get
salt. It's like standing on the beach there. You just knows that.
Oh, I
You
know,
just think, shut your eyes. You can hear the waves coming.
Beautiful.
Come here.
I can hear
You
it.
hear that? Aye. No, you're supposed to do that, like the shells.
That's
aye.
funny, I was doing that at the same time. Speedos. His
I've got my speedos on.
He's got his mankini on.
You can't see it under the table, Tony. I took my jeans off and my speedos are on under it.
Have I stopped getting comments or is nobody talking to us?
Yeah.
What's anybody
Right,
thinking about
I've got a
that?
wee taste of this. Slange.
Slange.
Oh, I like that.
I'm liking that. That's probably my number one tonight.
First thing you're getting is that real burnt wood, you know,
Yeah.
I always think the barbecue, wooden fire, put the water on it and you get that nice sort of burnt freshness to it. Really vanilla. Lemon. It's like lemon, what do you call these lemon cakes you have?
Lemon turds, lemon curds,
Something like that, aye. Something.
lemon drizzle cake.
Lemon drizzle cake, that's
That's
the
the
one.
one.
Lemon
See,
drizzle
crowd
cake.
participation.
Aye. Talking about cake, you any chocolate cake left?
I know,
Hey,
eh?
wee man. Eh? He's finished it. I can't believe that. Can't believe that. I'm still working and you're sitting in chocolate
I know,
cake.
it's eating the chocolate cake. Okay.
It's vanilla cake. Good man. But yeah, talking about vanilla, I'm getting that in the whiskey as well. But really, really lemony, zesty lemon. Not a lot going on in it, but it's a young whiskey. So you
Jamie
get-
was listening to his glass as well, eh? Nanu, nanu.
But the real burnt wood tobacco,
Yeah.
as I say, it's real, like a Havana cigar.
It's nice.
Get that.
Big Dave will know like that.
No, he's warming to some.
Aye,
some
but I've
other.
not seen him for
I would say
ages.
that's quite a peaty one, quite a 25 to 30, I would say. And
Try and get it on the camera. See if Tony can zoom in on the camera. See if you can
I'll
get
keep my
it.
coupon out the way this time, will I? It's a bit pale, bit light.
Well,
and
I would
delicate
try.
for that.
Better
Yeah,
try.
I'll try. You're a bit late.
All right, here, let's see if it worked. Nah, I think we'll get a polished glass. Yeah, we'll get a polished glass the next time, and we'll make it
try
work.
it, we'll try
We'll
it.
make it happen.
Back on the nose with it, 2 drops of water. That's all we've got in there.
Mhm.
Vanilla is far more prominent. The zest of lemons settled
So,
down.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like a lemon puff now. No, you remember lemon puff biscuits? I remember them.
No, I
Aye.
thought we weren't promoting chocolate biscuits or Nestle or
It's not a
anything
brand.
else.
It's not a brand.
Oh,
I can't remember we made lemon puffs. But
you
it's
saying
a bit
Treebor?
Pre-war.
Freeborn.
Pre-war.
Pre-war. Oh, pre-war.
It's his Irish
So
accent.
aye. We're liking
But no,
that one.
it's quite. It sweetens it. It's like the lemon, but rather than the zest. I'll check the comments later on.
Neil McIver saying he's not tried one of them.
The lemon zest's gone. It's
Mhm.
sweeter. There's a bit sugary, but the tobacco's still there.
Yeah.
and more honey, and that just comes on with the sweetness. But no sign of the apples now. It's the dryness of the apples gone just with 2 drops of water. Quite incredible.
Pure apples.
Wow.
Liking that.
That's amazing. Amazing with the water. I really like that with the water.
Yeah.
It brings the fruitiness out of it. Just before it was the lemon zest, touch of water. It was a sweet lemon, like lemon puff, because it was a biscuit, that sort of thing. But that is just so smooth with a touch of water on it. Long finish. The vanilla's wonderful. The honey, quite salty.
Yeah,
I get a bit of the sea salt. You know, just listen.
Can
to
you
the
hear
sea.
it?
I can hear the waves now. The tide's gone out. Tide's gone out at the moment. But you've got the barbecue burnt wood, smooth with a touch of water. That is an absolute fabulous whiskey. I really like that one. Yeah. It's a seal of approval. In fact, it's that good. I'm going to
have a wee one. Graham Nichol looking forward to trying these when he's finished his meds, and then Davy Pringle. Palmer made them. Oh, maybe that was his pal. Was that his? Right, Sweeties. Huntley and Palmer made them.
Lemon puffs.
No, well, whatever we were talking about, I can't remember.
I can't remember what we're talking about. Yeah, I like that. And right away, I didn't even have to think about it. 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
I like that.
Whiskey on the run.
It's funny because the only Kalila I would drink 5 years ago was the Moch.
Yeah, that's a crack in there.
Early, and it's a young Kalila. Well, they didn't say about like normal 12, isn't it? So you talk about 9 to 11-year-old.
Yeah.
But that is an 8-year-old whiskey. I mean, it beats a 21-year-old.
I think so.
In many things, but I've got that because I want to taste that later.
Probably.
Because I like the sherry and I like the touch of water and that. But definitely 3, 2, 1 for me, Graham.
3, 2, 1. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Right, what's everybody else saying? Jamie Thorne, 3, 2, 1.
Julia, 3,
Stephen
1, 2.
Johnston's 2, 3, 1. Susan Ennis is 3, 2, 1. Ashley is a 3, 2, 1.
Susan Ennis agreeing with me?
Yeah. Oh. Team in the audience, David was 2, 3, 1 and Susan was 2, 3, 1. What did the audience think tonight? Which do you prefer? You like that as the first one?
Third one.
And then out of the other two, well, you necked the first one. So it's 3,
How can you say number 1?
Because they guzzled it.
They guzzled it. And I
didn't like that. So,
no,
3, 1, 2. Well done.
But it's interesting
David
because
Pringle's the same, aye.
a lot of our audiences actually indicated that Isla was, peat whiskies were not their favourite. And the amount of people now who's coming through is
that are good, yes.
The peatier it is, as long as it's smooth, is the best of the 3. So it's quite interesting. Interesting how that's developing.
That's it. And again, that's why you sign up and you come onto these things so you can try different whiskies. Easily over 200 whiskies tried since our inauguration.
Haven't been drunk yet?
I know, and we've been sober.
Every time.
Sober all the time. That's it. So that was good. Now, what else do we have to tell everybody tonight, Tatty Peel? What about the London? Pitlochry?
I might know how to make now. But, I've got an inquiry for a job. So,
but we're still going ahead. Don't worry, we've got rooms booked. We're going up.
I'll go up on the Monday, stay the Monday, and I'll just go to the hotel early Tuesday morning, come down to Edinburgh Airport. I can do that. I'll be up at 5 if I have to be. That's 9th, 10th. There's 8 of us going up to that. Then we've got London. We're going down the 1st of October. The Whisky Show remembers the 3rd, the Sunday. We'll come back on the Monday after it.
Via with Concord.
You got my first class tickets for the train. That's all right. I'm not sitting in common class with you. I get my free drink on the way down.
You got to serve the drink.
So that's not. So we're going down the 1st. We're doing Fuller's Brewery on the 1st, Friday afternoon. And hopefully visiting a gin distillery.
On the
Gordon Smith doing the historic pub tour on the Saturday as well. Is it Saturday?
Yeah, it's Saturday.
So
saying that Gordon Smith's not been on here.
We've got a few things organised, but no, the Whisky Show, we were there in 2019. It is, if you like your whiskies, you couldn't get a better day out, to be honest with you. It really is. I think it's £100 a ticket, £90 a ticket, £96. But quite literally you can drink as much whiskey and you can have as much 20-year-old, 30-year-old, 40-year-old whiskies. It's just, it blows you away. It's fantastic.
It's very good. Let us know. We've already got a group chat going for it. So if you're coming and we've missed you off the group chat, let us know. Easier for communication. And then the other things that we've got to think about is the 13th is the next tasting.
Oh, aye, I'm away. I'm going down south.
But we're going to do
I'll try and do it online.
We're going to do a wee bit of jiggy pokey
get
with
some.
Tatty Peel dialing in. And then the Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th.
Ooh. And then the next one after that is going to be the 27th of August. So 13th, 27th, if you can do us a favour, folks, get your order packs in now so that if there's any mishaps, we had a wee broken bottle, but we had enough time to actually get it twisted about. The Tatty Peel mobile was in full.
Done. It was done.
It's like
They
Batman.
They weren't off the phone, I was there.
Aye, that was it. That's speed of service
Back
for
to
you.
McMurray, you see, back home.
That's it. Centre of the universe. So that was good, Tatty Peel. That was a great night, folks. Thank you, everybody, for all enjoying yourselves and coming along in the audience for the crowd participation. Mike LaRue's just jumped in.
Mike LaRue, a bit late, Mike.
See, we're leaving you now, Mike. Thank you, mate. Yeah.
I was 5 hours behind us anyway. I'll catch up later on.
That's it. So what we're going to leave now to do, Neil, what we're going to say?
Slange.
Slange.